Hot 97.
Hello.
Okay, so everyone was on me about making sure I say your name right. Camila Cabello.
Yes, that is 100%.
This is so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being here.
You're busy. You're working. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
Crying in the club. Right when I heard the title, I loved it because it's like every girl has gone through this.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Have you cried in the club?
Of course. Like, why is he doing this?
Why? Yeah.
So what is that song based off of? Is that a real life experience?
It's basically, that song had a different process than all of the other songs on the album. I, in the beginning, wanted to name the album I Have Questions.
Right.
And that was like the first song. I started writing the lyrics to that like a year and a half ago during like a really confusing, just weird, like just bad moment of my life. And at first I thought the whole album was going to be about that confusion. I thought it was going to be I Have Questions. And I had written like a lot of the album, and I met with my friend Benny Blanco, who produced Crying in the Club, and I played him like a bunch of my songs, and a week after he was like, oh my God, I have to send you the song. And he sent me the demo of Sia doing Crying in the Club, and I loved it because I felt like it fit into, I knew I wanted the album to be called after the hurting, the healing, the loving.
Right.
Ooh, motorcycle.
It's like real. It's
and,
real.
Yeah, it's New York City streets.
Yeah, it's the summertime. It's lighting up.
Yeah, and I knew that I wanted that to be the piece that fit into the healing, and so I wrote the bridge for it, and then added my bits to it, and then yeah, I had an idea to create the visual based off of just like summarizing the album.
Yeah.
And so I started with I Have Questions and then went into Crying in the Club. And so that's how that happened.
So now you had writer's block for a while.
Yeah, I did. That word used to like terrify me. It still makes me like, ugh. But it's actually not scary.
It's not.
Because I feel like you can't be creative all the time and you can't be inspired all the time. You know what I mean? Everybody, that is just a natural part of the creative process, that it goes up and down and up and down. I think I was just like feeling really, you know, I just felt like anxious and numb at the same time. And so I just didn't know, I wasn't in touch with my feelings, which is what made me anxious and numb. You know what I mean? And I feel like writing, you can't write and not, I mean, you can, but I personally can't. You can't write and it not come from your feelings, because then I have nothing to say. Like the lyrics don't come out. Yeah. Melodies can come out, but not lyrics. And so, yeah, for like 6 months, I was just in that place where I couldn't. And I felt like I was like a little bit afraid of writing I Have Questions, because it felt like such an important song to me. Right. And I was just kind of like, I felt like there was no way that I could make it sound emotionally like what I was going through. Right. And so I finished it with, I worked on it with BB Borelli, who's amazing artist, and Jesse Shatkins and Frank Dukes, and it ended up really sounding like what I felt, which was really cool, because I really didn't, I don't know, that emotion is like, it's hard to really, you know, hear that in a song, because it's like so heavy, you know what I mean? And the song is heavy, but like, yeah. What made you decide to open up? Was it just like part of the writing process for you? I think it's both. I feel like the writing process forces you to ask yourself questions about how you are. You know what I mean? Because you're just every day, like in the beginning, I had like a list of titles and lyrics on my phone that I knew that I for sure wanted to write about. But it was like, even if you want to write a song called This Isn't This, if you don't feel that way that day, you can't do it. You know what I mean? Right. And so I started to just be more open to like each day being like, okay, how am I feeling today? Because if I feel this way, then I know for sure I can get this emotion out today. Right. But if I'm feeling happy today, I'm not gonna be able to write a sad song. And if I'm feeling sad, I'm not gonna be able to write a happy song. Right. You know? And so I just felt like way more flexible, which made the songs a lot better when I wasn't like trying to just tick off the box, and I was just kind of like, how do I feel today? And that naturally opens you up. It's like therapy. I was gonna say, sounds like it's therapy. Yeah. Which is like, when I'm looking at the title
of the album, the hurting, the healing, the loving. I'm like, great, this is it. I'm gonna go to therapy. I'm gonna cry. My heart's gonna feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna feel and experience all of these emotions on the album?
Yeah, I
for
think
sure?
so. I mean, I hope so. I definitely did while making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Do you feel pressure? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I literally just had a conversation with my manager and my mom, and I was like, I need more writing time. Because I mean, I just want it to be perfect. So I definitely feel pressure, but I feel like I kind of secretly like the pressure.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I like the drama a little bit of just like having a finish line, having a deadline and being like, I have to make it. Because if not, then I would just work on it forever and never put it out.
The fact that you're that obsessive with trying to make it sound amazing is...
Thanks.
That's the beauty. So who else do you want to work with? Because this is just the beginning of a brand new journey for you. Who's
I
on
would
your,
love to. I mean, I think what interests me is people that are outside my world and just like the fusion of those. And so I feel like I've tried to do that. Like I did that with MGK,
which we
with
all
Bad
love.
Things, which was, you know, we're like two completely different artists, you know, and have different point of views. So I thought that was really fun. And I would love to work with more people in hip hop. Like I think that would be really cool. I'd love to work with Sway Lee.
Oh, so talented.
He's so good. His melodies are crazy.
Yes, yes.
So that's one person. I would love to do like a duet with Ed Sheeran. That would be cool.
Oh my gosh. We all love Ed Sheeran.
And something with Drake would be really cool. Very ambitious, but it would be awesome. It's going to happen. Maybe not this year, maybe not the next, but
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
This is so exciting. What else are you looking forward to?
I'm definitely looking forward to just getting the album out because I feel like I want my fans to be able to have more. Right. You know what I mean? More of me to listen to. Obviously, like putting out these first two songs, Crying in the Club and I Have Questions, feels really good. But now I'm just like, I'm ready for them to hear more because I want them to be able to just like listen to a whole album by me or, you know, listen to a whole playlist by me where they really are sinking into me as a person and me as an artist. So that'll be really cool. Also, like, I feel like live shows will be really fun.
You know what's so funny? One of my best friends who's in there right now, Carla, and her sister.
That's my first name.
Oh my gosh, this is so awesome.
Is it with a C or a K?
K.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. So they were both debating on which song they like more.
Oh, cool.
Crying in the Club or I Have Questions.
Yeah.
And literally they're like complete opposites. So the one's like, no.
Yeah.
No. And I feel like with your fans, it's very similar, the same. Very passionate, very exciting. Do you feel with I Have Questions that writing it, did you cry?
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. I remember like while we were doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, and BB was so amazing because I feel like in order to open yourself up like that and be able to like be like, I want to write a song about this and blah, 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 you have to really be comfortable in that space.
Yeah.
And like I remember after, originally it was just an interlude.
Really?
And I showed it to my mom and she was like crying. And every time I would show it to somebody, I had like a bunch of songs that I'd been working on and that was always the one that people were like, wow. And I was like, I just didn't want to make it just an interlude. So I went back in and I finished writing the second verse and I finished writing the song. And that one took a while to, like I kept adding more and more stuff to it. Like I added the little whispers at the end. Yep. Like I kept adding more and more stuff to it to make it just, I just wanted to make it as much, I wanted it to really represent the emotion sonically, like in every way. Yeah. Even in the production.
Oh, you cried.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've cried a lot while making this, but in a good way.
Good. Therapeutic way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like, especially writing, I feel like makes me super in touch with my emotions. So it's like, even when I was happy, when I found myself just getting better and making new friends and just living out these new experiences and kind of and while I was living in Miami, I was not the most extroverted person. And then when I was in the group, it was like we were touring and in our little group bubble for like 5 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so this was the first time that I feel like I really got to break that bubble and be just like in the real music world and just be meeting all these different kinds of people and working with different producers and being in LA for a while.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't done before either, because we would like record a bunch of songs in like 2 or 3 weeks and then go to the next thing, go to the next thing, go to the next thing. So it was also really fun to just be like in the same place
right
for 3 months and just feel like human. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was just, there were moments where I would be like, this is amazing. But I think writing definitely makes me more in tune with my emotions. So I cry
so
more.
awesome.
Yeah.
Have you met anyone and been starstruck yet?
Oh my God. Yeah, definitely. Pharrell was definitely,
yeah.
I was just like, and also we worked together. He worked from like 6 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like you're like not in as much control of yourself at 6 in the morning. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was just full on like, wow. Here I am.
Right.
Here you are.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And just to be able to watch him work is just amazing. Like, it's so inspiring.
Yeah.
And lots of other people, like Ryan Tedder was really cool. Charlie XCX, I think, is amazing. And I think she's so talented. As a songwriter and as an artist, I'm like a big fan of hers in general. So that was really cool that she even like wanted to work with me. I was just like, so many people that I was just surprised that wanted to, you know, dedicate time to me. Like, that was really cool. Yeah.
How about your love life? Are you in love? Are you so busy on work?
I'm not, but I always have a crush on somebody. I can't live my life without having a crush on somebody.
Yeah.
Or without like daydreaming about somebody. That would be so boring.
We all daydream. Kidding?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the best ever.
It's the best.
I don't know if you'll ever have time. By the sounds of it.
Not right now, but definitely it just has to happen because the next album, I'm over the hurting, the healing. I'm not the loving now. Yeah. Let's go.
I love it. Okay, so now I know you're close friends with Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah.
So I want to play it's a cute little game, and it's what would Taylor Swift do, being that she's one of your close friends, okay? So the first question is, if you accidentally farted on a date and Taylor was there, would she rat you out, or would she just be solid with you?
I feel like she would be solid with me, but I feel like the best thing to do in that situation, because it has actually happened to me before, like even in the studio when it's like really quiet, that's just when it happens. And sometimes you just gotta own it. Like you just gotta be like, I farted. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I would just do it myself.
If you were to rob a bank, would she roll with you, or would she try to talk you out of it?
I think she would try to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like any real friend would be like, it's probably not a good idea.
That's not the way to go.
Yeah, that's not the move.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so if you had to bury a dead body.
Yikes.
Because you had to. Intense. It's like the end of the world. Zombieville.
Oh, okay. Zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What would Taylor Swift do with you?
She would help me bury the zombie. Yeah. If the zombie, it's I Am Legend and they're infected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is?
I think so. That's the scenario.
That is so, I love it. Zombies. Do
I
you
know.
like zombie shows?
No,
me neither.
It's so scary. I actually just started watching some thrillers.
Yeah.
And I just don't like it. I'm never doing it again. I watched like Gone Girl on the plane.
That will mess you up, by the way.
It messed me up. And I also watched The Girl on the Train.
Oh, like that will mess you up.
All in one plane ride. And I was just so paranoid about people in my life. I was like, is anybody secretly trying to kill me that I don't know about? It just made me, and I was just like, okay, back to Disney movies.
That's it.
Yep, not doing that.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming by
and
hanging out and chatting.
No, thank you.
And being so honest and vulnerable. And
thanks.
You know what? I'm excited for the album. Next album, look, when you come back, we're going to talk about hopefully being in love.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
I'm
you
ready
too.
for this.